And now, ladies and gentlemen, we introduce the following contest in the bantamweight division. Please welcome, making his way to the cage, Jake Moore.
Jake Moore from Fightbox Gym comes to this with a record of 4-2. This is a much anticipated bantamweight matchup. Originally slated for different opponents. Jake Moore steps in to balance out the card with his opponent, Oliver Childs. Jake, good rounded game, good striker, good ground game, Rob.
Very solid fighter, always comes in great shape. Looks to be making his way here in the amateur division, heading towards that title, I believe, Will. His ultimate goal. I think he wants to work his way through the amateur circuits, racking up belts, and then he wants to look to make it go pro. So it'll be interesting to see, because in my mind as well, throughout the amateur divisions, a lot of these guys are going to face one another, and then as they move to pro, they'll face one another again. So it'll be really interesting to see how the UK division grows these young fighters and how they compete against one another as they grow.
And now, please welcome his opponent, Oliver Childs.
Well, Oliver Childs of the Tsunami Gym. The numbers are 1-1.
And the Tsunami Gym have produced some absolute phenomenal fighters over the years.
Childs making his first appearance at bantamweight. So it'll be a learning curve for him against an experienced player like Moore.
And there in his corner you can see UFC veteran John Maguire and his brother Tommy Maguire. Both fighters I've had the absolute pleasure of commentating on throughout the years. Both very, very, very good fighters. But right now it's about these two young talents, Jake Moore, Oliver Childs. And the composure on Jake Moore for me is fantastic. He looks very ready to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight inside the cage, Rise of Champions, presented by Black Burgers, handmade with local produce. It tastes so good. We present three-minute rounds of amateur action in the bantamweight division. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 6 inches tall and weighed in officially at 133.6 pounds. An amateur record, 4 wins to 2 defeats. Representing Fightbox from Peterborough, England, Jake Moore. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 5 feet 8 inches tall and weighed in officially at 135 pounds even. An amateur record, a single win to a single defeat. Representing Tsunami Gym and fighting out of Cambridge, England, Oliver Childs. When the action begins, your referee in charge, Mr. Daniel Movahedi.
So both these fighters pace the cage like caged lions, waiting for their moment.
A much anticipated bantamweight matchup. As I say, not originally slated to match off, but here they are, three-minute rounds.
Jake Moore, the BC MMA amateur bantamweight champion. Already holds a title to his name. Right now, facing off against Oliver Childs, the Tsunami prospect.
Southpaw rushes in, tries for the shoot. Doesn't go well. Turned onto the wire there, and it's Childs that's looking for that takedown.
Yeah, more just hooking that foot outside. Makes it difficult.
Yeah, using his body position very well to keep Childs out, but seems much more powerful, Childs, doesn't he?
He does, very solid, very well built in that top half. You can see across the shoulders and back, very strong. Good knee to the fire there, goes in deep, looking for that single, changes tack. All doing a very good job defensively, just keeping that foot on that outside.
Just get the sense that Childs is very powerful. Those knee strikes are really landing, but Moore doing very good work. Comes off the wire and pushes forward, lunges forward to try for the take, but look at the spread there from Childs. He's not giving it away very easily here, is he?
Certainly isn't. Seymour there just looking to lift his opponent up high and bring him down, but Childs with a very good wide base, sprawled in well on the body of Jake Moore, just making it very, very difficult for him to drive, to be able to get that takedown, making it difficult for him to be able to adjust himself. As I said that, he runs in for that and he risks getting his neck caught. It looks to be the guillotine choke. Jake Moore climbing, he's fine. Just puts a hand up to the referee to let him know he's okay. But that looks to be in deep. He points to the referee again, lets him know he's okay.
Now he's defending this is a miracle, actually, because Childs is really pouring the pressure on and he's got a good grip on that guillotine. Down he goes and he tries to take Moore with him. Moore defending it still. It's incredible. Out goes the gum shield. Referee watching very closely.
Yeah, Moore still driving forward is very impressive because that guillotine choke is clean on the neck. Very surprised here. He's doing the right thing though. He's driving forward. He's giving himself breathing space. Just pushing his head forward. If he keeps driving his head forward, he makes it very difficult for Childs to get that sub.
Well, there's the power. He lifts his man up and down goes the body slam. Twice we've seen that. And now he's forced Childs to release that grip.
Beautiful work. Great work. Moore just trying to keep it to the canvas. Last 10 seconds. He does well to get back to his feet. Wow. Great defensive work. Very impressive. That guillotine choke looked to be in deep, but Childs just unable to secure it to get that submission.
Well, it ain't over till it's over, and I have to say that Jake Moore pulled a rabbit out of a hat to stay in the game there. That really was some impressive evasive work there. Very, very confident, even though he was under a lot of pressure. And Childs still firing in knee strikes. Really got leverage on that and yanked Moore's neck when he went down to the ground and pulled him back up. But power from Moore. Twice he lifted his man, twice he put him on his back and defended that brilliantly.
I like that as well. Will both fighters opting to stand during the break. Neither one wanting to take a seat.
Great psychological message sending across to your opponent. It really is. So, to the schedule 3. Will this go all the way? I don't know, Rob.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it did, but saying that, stranger things have happened in the world of MMA. Straight to it, straight into range and fire. Beautiful. Moore shoots, gets that double, doesn't quite get his opponent to canvas, wrestles him down, great work, but Childs posts up quickly, straight back to his feet. Childs just looking for that under, gets it in nice and deep, the under and over. Jake Moore's going to have a lot of trouble taking this fight down. Childs just bringing his opponent up again. Moore going to find it very, very difficult. Needs to be careful as well not to expose his neck again.
Moore having to give so much up to get that shot at the shoot. And when he does so, Childs just takes advantage. Just got this powerful position there. Got that left arm in an underhook there. But look at the power again there from Jake Moore. He lifts his man and just dumps him down. That's an awful lot of energy being expended though, and that's going to take its toll on the tank.
That's right, and Childs is very strong. He's posting well and then getting back to his feet, cage walking very, very comfortably. It's good work by Childs. And they're just sprawled in very well, just not allowing more the space to be able to bring the legs together or to rip the single leg, but more looking for that takedown. Good work by Childs, just sprawls nice and comfortably on top. At the moment, neither man really able to assert a real dominant position.
Jake Moore comes here very confident after a fresh win at BC MMA, where he took the title.
That neck goes in now, the arm trying to work through onto the neck. Jake Moore doing the right thing, gets his head free. Very much a dirty boxing fight this at the moment. Using that head just to put it under the chin of Moore. Keep him upright, and you can see, Will, a cut now on the left eye of Moore. A very, very grinding round, this one. Oh, and that was a big head kick, well blocked by Moore. Double leg. He gets it. But again, Childs posts that arm out beautifully. Looks to bring himself back upright. Moore looks to take the back. Seatbelt position.
This could be a reversal of momentum here. Moore put so much into this round. That little nick, not really dangerous, but too late in the round to do anything. And I have to say, Oliver Childs, this has been straight butter baby for him, because he's not even broken sweat. He's really controlled this exceptionally well. And the energy that Jake Moore has had to expend to get to this stage just has got to take its toll coming to this third round. And I have to say that the nick will also be a psychological problem for Moore going forward. It's been an absolutely brutal round, hasn't it?
It certainly has. I mean, you can look at Moore just being cleaned up there by our Cutman team, and you can see looks a little worse for wear. Childs standing across the other side looks a little bit fresher, a little more comfortable. But that round was a very grueling round. Both the fighters just grinding it out, working their way through it. When it went up to the cage side, you could see heads on faces, wrestling. It was a very, very tight round. Be interesting to see how the judges scored that one, Will.
Yeah, the aggressor was Moore.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move
controlled
into
it,
our
and
third
going into
and
this third
final round.
I
Make
think
some
the
noise for our
composure of
fighters, come on.
Childs, the nick, the high kick, that's all going to go against Moore unless he can do something dramatic going into this third and final round. So Jake Moore from the Fight Box Gym in Peterborough. Oliver Childs from the Tsunami Gym. Moore brings up the high kick. Childs very, very comfortable, very relaxed. Moore feeling that he has to do the work here. And Childs easing back off the pressure.
Oh, that was beautiful. Scissor kick to shoot. That was a thing of beauty, that, Will.
Doesn't quite land the shoot. No takedown involved. But on the wire here. And the pressure really on Moore, I would imagine, at this stage.
Yeah, Charles doing a very good defensive job. Just brings that leg up, stops those knees coming in. Right now, hand fighting underneath. Looking to swim in, get those two underhooks.
Lovely knee strike there from Charles, timed beautifully. And I have to say, there's that guillotine again, and he's got his man controlling him very well.
Looks to be in good shape now. Charles sprawls well. More underneath. Charles still sprawling. The underhook from Charles just keeping Moore from going down. Moore now drops level. Good call by referee Dan Movahidi. Separate them.
Charles doesn't look like a man with too much urgency about his work. I think he feels he's done enough. He needs to keep cool, and in doing so, will invite Moore, who feels that he needs to get in and do something, into trouble. So there's two great high kicks coming up. Head kicks go up, lands them well. Moore has to sacrifice his position to go for the shoot, and he doesn't pull it off because of that base that Childs has got. Childs has got the strength, the upper body there to control his man, and he's doing that every time, and Moore sacrifices so much to get into this position, but with no purchase.
That's right, it's that underhook right there, Will, that's stopping Moore from being able to get anywhere. You know, Charles is doing beautifully with it. You can see he can control Moore's entire body and how far or how low Moore can get. Charles really dominating it just from the dirty boxing and the scrappy wrestling.
And the beautiful little technique there of trapping Moore's hand between his leg and the wire. He literally pushed his man's hand there. The slipsy little technique on the inside there. Both legs are up. Moore visits the canvas. 10-second clapper, and Childs knows he has to finish big here. In he goes, really powers his man down and tries to put some shots in to finish this strong at the end of the round.
But that's it. Very, very hard fight, and you can see, looking at Moore's face, the grimace as he walked back to his corner there, Will.
Yeah, I think he's carrying an injury from that right at the end. The right arm looks damaged, and well, you look at Childs and it's the completely different picture. Childs is just, well, lemon fresh. I would suspect at this stage that was a strong win on the judges' scorecards and a performance from Oliver Childs. I think Jake Moore might have to drink from the chalice of defeat here. Unanimous decision, or?
I'll be honest with you, Will. Judges' decisions, I hate them. I always like the guys to leave it in the cage. And to be honest with you, I'm one to sit on the fence. It's a very tough game. For me, the decider will be that middle round, that middle grinding round.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the cage, this bout goes a distance, 3 rounds, and we go to your judges' scorecards. Our judges scored the bout 30-27, 30-27, 30-26, declaring your winner by unanimous decision. In the red corner, Oliver Childs.
You called it, Will. You said it would be that man there. He got his arm lifted in victory.
Yeah, the judges found it unanimous. I felt that he'd done enough work at the right times in the round to definitely persuade the judges. Moore, the busier. Moore put in such an effort. He was the aggressor. Childs controlled it well and played the long game and just nicked it every round just to get that unanimous decision. So great performance from Oliver Childs, I have to say. Jake Moore, no slouch, off the back of a win at BC MMA. That'll be in the feather in the cap for Oliver Childs. And as I say, he's making his appearance for the first time at the weight. Strong, strong, strong performance.